Hello everyone. This is the second session on the oil hydraulics and pneumatics, and in this specific video we are going to talk about the scopes of fluid power engineering or applications of the fluid power engineering. When we talk about the fluid power engineering, basically the applications are endless. If you want to lift, if you want to push, pull, clamp, tilt, force, press, or anything, whatever you want to do in a straight line or any other applications, whenever you want to rotate some objects, you want to do some motion, it is all possible with the help of the fluid power. So it basically meets all the requirements. Now when we talk about the basic applications or say scopes of the fluid power systems, they basically fall in two specific categories. Very first category is the stationary category, and the second is the transport category. Now if you see the examples of the stationary categories, basically they are like machine tools and transportation lines, the lifting and the conveying the machines, metal formation, plastic machineries, rolling machines, lifts, food processing systems, automatic handling equipment, all these falls under the stationary category. So basically we can say that the stationary system remains fixed on a specific position, okay, and normal characteristic of this specific type of system is that the valves are mainly solenoid operated, okay. When you talk about the transport applications are like automobiles, tractors, aeroplane, missiles, all these that are having the hydraulic and pneumatic systems are basically come under the transport application. Other than that, we are having the construction machineries, trippers, excavators, elevating platforms, etc. Other than that, we are having lifting and conveying devices, agricultural machineries. So after seeing all these examples, we can say that the transport systems, or we can say mobile systems, are basically move on the wheels or they remains on specific track, such as towers, cranes, excavator, trucks, okay, or many times they are operated by the hands, okay. So they can be moved at various locations whenever they are required. So they are like moving systems. Now in this specific transport kind of devices, the main characteristic of those devices are the valves are actually manually operated. Most of the time they are manually operated, they are basically operated by the human, okay. So let us quickly check out one by one the application of the hydraulic and pneumatic system, or we can say the fluid power system, in each and every sector. So let us start with the very first sector, that is the agriculture sector. Now in the agriculture sector, if you observe, the very basic equipment is the tractor, and most of the time if you observe that the tractor is having numbers of lines like this. If you observe, these are the lines available in the tractor. So all these lines are basically what? They are the hydraulic lines if they are having the higher hydraulic application, or they may be the pneumatic lines, okay. Now what is the purpose of this? They are basically transferring the pressure of the hydraulics or pneumatic to the equipments which are attached to the tractor. The equipment may be the movers, maybe they are plows, maybe they are chemical or water sprinklers, they are the fertilizer spreaders, they may be the harvesters, they may be the trailers which are attached to that specific tractor, they may be the hydraulic loader, okay. So each and everything can be operated with the help of this device. Other than that, in the automation there is a lots of applications. The automated transfer lines, if you can observe, then auto pick and place systems. Other than that, any kind of robotic arm, if you observe, if there are hydraulic and pneumatic line passing through, they most probably hydraulic operated. Most of the cases when it comes to the heavy power applications, we use the hydraulic or pneumatic systems. Other than that, we already have seen the automobile sector, power steering mechanisms, the hydraulic brake mechanisms, suspension systems, hydrostatic transmission mechanism. All these mechanisms uses the hydraulic power, okay. So this is the application in the automobile. Other than that, if we talk about the aviation system, the fluid power equipment such as a landing wheel of the aircraft, other than the helicopters, aircraft trolleys, aircraft test beds, the luggage loading and unloading systems. Even the aircraft servicing mechanism also uses the hydraulic systems or the pneumatic system in some ways. And if you observe the aircraft simulation system, then they are also using the hydraulic system for the flight simulations. So this is the application in the aviation. Other than that, in the construction industry, there are lots of application. If you observe, for the metering purpose, excavation purpose, lift, bucket loaders, crawlers, post hole diggers, road draggers. Other than that, the road cleaners, the road graders, road maintenance vehicles, trippers, all these things uses the hydraulic or pneumatic systems in one or another way. When we talk about the defense systems, in the defense system, if you observe the vehicle launching systems, the navigation controls are actually mostly operated by the hydraulic mechanisms. So this is the application in the defense system. Other than that, if you observe the entertainment industry, the two major entertainment industries are the amusement parks, which uses the various kind of hydraulic mechanisms to have a smooth and healthy rides. Okay, when we talk about the hydraulic systems, the hydraulic cylinder that are actually working in this specific area, basically they are helpful to do the switching the track paths, braking the cars, or safe speeding. Other than that, aligning these passenger cars that are available on it. Moreover, they are actually helpful to give the healthy and favorable enjoyment to the riders. Other than that, if you have checked out the movies, while creating the movies, there are lots of special effects are created, and the equipment that are used to create such kind of special effects, basically pneumatic or hydraulic based. Other than that, if you have gone through the 5D theaters, they are also using the hydraulic or pneumatic devices. Most probably they are the pneumatic devices. Other than that, if you observe the fabrication industry, lots of hand tools such as pneumatic drills. If you observe this one, this is one of the pneumatic drill. Other than that, the pneumatic grinders, borers, riveting machines, nut runners, all these kind of equipment run on the pneumatic system. Other than that, if you go in the food and beverage industries, most of the food processing and packaging plant are based on the pneumatic systems. Other than that, wrapping stations or bottling stations are also using the pneumatic systems. In the foundry section also, you may have seen the fully or semi-automatic molding machines. If we want to tilt the furnace, the system that is used is also the hydraulic system. Other than that, for the die casting process, for pressurizing the things, we also use the pneumatic systems. There are lots of applications. There are so much applications that we cannot actually continue to count. If you observe the glass industry, for handling the glasses, whatever the vacuum suction system used is actually powered by the pneumatic system. In the jigs and fixture, the work and holding of the devising, camping the devising, stopping the devices, all these things can be done using the pneumatic or hydraulic system. If you talk about the machine tools, any kind of automatic machine tool like NC, CNC, they can also use the hydraulic or pneumatic systems. In the material handling part, the jacks, hoist, cranes, forklifts, conveyors, all these systems can be operated using the fluid power systems. In the mining, the rock drillings, excavation equipments, ore conveyors, loaders, all these equipment can be run by the fluid power system, as there are lots of things that are actually requires lots of power. Other than that, the news power industries, oil industries, paper and packaging industries, pharmaceutical industries, plastic industries, robotics, the actual count is endless. There are lots of applications in the industry. If you ever go in any kind of industry, there will be at least one application of the fluid power system in that specific industry. So there are lots of scopes available if you go in the fluid power systems. So I hope you have understood the basics of the fluid power system, where they are applicable. Keep learning. Have a good day.